So I was saying that, transhumanism has that sort of recognition, perhaps, that there is something greater, but it's still interpreting it from sort of the objective lens. But so it's inter-objective, right? It sees these systems or patterns or chaos theory, but it's not making room yet for subjectivity. So this is where the second tier kicks in. But what is it? I'm arguing here that that's the green stage, in a sense, is that leaping off point, that middle ground for which is sort of in line with spiral dynamics, but for which we move to a new pattern that's inclusive of the old pattern. So, and again, that's sort of in line with spiral dynamics, but there's a tweak that that green stage is sort of, it's not really that first order, and the 6-on-6 pattern is a little bit different than that, because, well, one thing I've been playing with is that that actual, like, beige and purple within the spiral dynamics theory is actually just the ending stages of the emotional being. So if you use it, if you think about it that way, indeed humans are going to go through those stages, but very quickly. But that would be like the end stages of the emotional brain's activity. And there is some penetration with that to the higher mind. Just like what Ken often says, you're not really stable in one stage. You have maybe 25% of your activity from the stage higher and about 25% of the stage lower, when you're properly in the middle of a particular stage. And likewise, sort of, when you're at the edge of, the emotional mind, you're still having some mental activity going on, but it's just not stable. So, people wear a mask in purple, as you might say. People wear a mask and they think that they've become that animal being. They don't really have a stable set of their identity, their awareness. Where in red, they actually do. That's first person proper within a rational domain, sort of, as it might be said. So what I'm seeing potentially here is that when you get into the next level, or the next tier, you're actually starting again at subjectivity. Primarily, again, all these quadrants are active, but you're moving back into subjectivity now with the interobjectivity lit up, because now it's a new novel pattern that's kind of emerged. And so what you're doing is you're just adding these complexities of perspectives to one's being, but cycling back to the beginning as you go, as time moves forward. That's the pattern that I see sort of emerging out of some of this. Again, it's somewhat speculative, but that's just how I'm interpreting it at this point. I don't know if there's much else I can add to that. To clarify that, though, you might understand that what it's saying is that it's adding additional stages as it goes. So whereas the mind proper in the last set of stages was actually only 4 stages, this next one would be maybe 5 or 6 stages. 5 probably is what I'm seeing. But that won't take longer. It'll actually probably take shorter periods of time to actually move through those, because there's an exponential progress that's taking place, because you're stacking knowledge atop knowledge, and it moves the process forward ever more quickly, arguably, unless there's something I'm missing there. Yeah, I'd like to hear back from you. Blessings.